We can all agree that Star Wars fans are very passionate. Even the person that created it would say so.
You go to make a movie and all you do is get criticized, and people try to make decisions about what you're going to do before you do it. It's not much fun, and you can't experiment. You can't do anything. You have to do it a certain way.
Can The Mandalorian make the transition from the small screen to the big screen?
This is the way.
Alrighty guys, welcome back to the channel once again. Please subscribe if you're a casual moviegoer. I'm gonna get straight into the review and say this was well worth the price of admission. First good blockbuster of the year in my opinion. There is a bunch of action in this one. Mando's kinda like John Wick in space, and that first scene sure does feel like it. This movie has a different tone from the rest of the Star Wars movies we've gotten. And if you're asking yourself if you need to know anything about the show going in, the answer is not really. As long as you know the two main title characters, then you're good to go. This is a new story involving them. Now, without getting into any spoilers, if you don't know anything about the show or Star Wars going in, I'm gonna give you a quick rundown. So if you're on the way to the theaters, please like and share with anyone that wants to go see this. So the story is about a bounty hunter Mandalorian, an elite warrior who belongs to a clan of individuals all raised with the same creed and skills, kinda like the way John Wick was raised. His story starts when he comes across a 50-year-old infant named Grogu, who's the same species as Yoda from the original movies. And I remember when the show first came out and they introduced him, everybody would call him Baby Yoda before we found out what the actual name was. And to be honest, when I found out the actual name, I was like, nah, this ain't the way, bruh. The Mandalorian is entrusted to protect Grogu. I mean, Grogu sounds like something you would find at the bottom of your sink, dude. I mean, Grogu? Dude, like, Grogu. Disney, really? But I digress. The Mandalorian is entrusted to protect Grogu, who has force powers just like Yoda, and the story continues as they set off on a new adventure. If I'm being honest, this story ties more into the originals than anything. Look, I've only seen a number of Star Wars movies, and I don't really keep up with it, but I was able to keep up with this one. Pedro Pascal plays the Mandalorian. I've said this for years, I don't really think he fits this role, but he's wearing a helmet most of the time, so it doesn't really matter, I guess. I like that Grogu was an animatronic, and if he was CGI, they would have never let Disney live this one down after the disaster that was Snow White. It seemed that this movie wasn't really aimed at fans of the franchise, but instead aimed at newcomers, families with kids. I mean, they'll probably make more money on the merchandise than the actual movie. But to end this off, I do think this was a good time at the theaters. It has all the features of a good blockbuster. And this blockbuster season just started, so please like and subscribe for more movie related content.